Sports, and today we're going to be looking at Appalachian State versus Louisiana, which takes place on ESPN2 at 4:30 Pacific time tomorrow. So both teams are 4-1, coming from the Sun Belt Conference. Appalachian State from the Sun Belt East, Louisiana from the Sun Belt West. The big difference is Appalachian State has Coastal Carolina, which is ranked 15th in the country and is 6-0 on the season in their division, as Louisiana has no actual competition in theirs. So Appalachian State cannot afford to drop another game if they want to make it to the Sun Belt Conference, and they will be tested on the road against a good Louisiana team. Appalachian State is favored by 5 points coming into this game on the road, and the over-under is 57. So as you can see down here, App State scores more points, gives up slightly more points, but they played better competition, so you kind of take it with a grain of salt. Scores more yards, and actually allows slightly less yards. So the last 5, they beat ECU. They lost to Miami in a game they should have won. They beat an FCS opponent, Elon. They beat Marshall on ESPN, and they beat Georgia State last week, or 2 weeks ago. Both teams are coming off a bye. Louisiana got smoked by ranked Texas, and they were ranked in that game. They're 23rd in the country. They squeaked past FCS Nicholas by 3. They smoked a terrible Ohio team, squeaked by Georgia Southern, and squeaked by South Alabama. So Louisiana does not look very promising. They haven't blown out a team besides Ohio, but that team lost to an FCS opponent this year. Ohio did, so that's not saying too much. The quarterbacks. So you got Chase Bryce from Clemson, who transferred to App State. He's playing solid. He's not really NFL material, but he's, a solid game manager. You got Levi Lewis. Again, he's playing solid. Nothing special. 7 touchdowns in 5 games. That's not great. 1,000 yards, that's not great. None of it's fantastic, but it's not bad either. The running game, App State has the clear advantage. They have Nate Noel, who is on the screen right now. And they have Cam Peoples, who has slightly less yards, but about 7 or 8 more touchdowns. Again, you have, Louisiana, Amani Bailey. These are guys you just don't know. You might not even know Noel, but his stats are significantly better. 250 yards is your top rusher through 5 games. That's meh. And then 166 receiving yards through 5 games for your top receiver. That's awful. Xavier Sutton on App State, on the other hand, is 473. He's coming off 300-yard games against Elon, Marshall, and Georgia State. So I'm looking for this guy to have a huge game against Louisiana. Defensively, App State has quite a few defensive NFL prospects on their lineup, whereas Louisiana, they just simply don't. App State's bigger, they're stronger, they're going to want the game more. It's more important of a game for them because they cannot afford to lose this game. And next week, this is a big, you got to win this game, and then you host Coastal Carolina, and you beat that team, you become ranked. So this is a big game for App State. They want to prove to the country that they're a legitimate team going into their biggest game of the season next week. That is about it. Again, it's in Louisiana. It's tomorrow. Should be a great game. The second best Sun Belt Conference game this year. Best, obviously, being Coastal going to App State. And, I hope you guys tune in. And I'll be posting the highlights of it tomorrow. So be sure to check them out. And hit the like and subscribe button. See you next time.